Alright, I thought it would be easiest to just make a video to show this instead of trying to explain it. What I've got set up here is pretty much what the service manual, page 84, which is actually section 1 of volume 2. That's pretty much the setup I have going here. It's, you know, I've got channel 1 and channel 2 on with chop. Without chop doesn't really matter, so I'm just going to leave it on there. Both DC coupled, trigger AC coupled. I'm starting with it AC coupled and on normal. And I've got a 20 millivolt 1K positive going square wave going into it. It's on 5 millivolts per division. And this is channel 1 and channel 2. You could see what the quote-unquote jitter problem that I was talking about, which is now more intermittent than anything. And up here on this scope, I've got it set for 10 millivolts a division and set up as specified in there, triggering off of the B gate. So let me go ahead and get this going, and I'll show you exactly what's happening. First, I'm going to stick it on, let's see here, it is test point 3, it is channel 1, so I'm going to go ahead and stick my probe on there, and you can see what's going on up here, and down here. Now watch what happens whenever I hit bandwidth limit. Okay, now let me take it to channel 1. Now I'm triggering on channel 1, and there's channel 2. But normal, right there. Now, if I go to high frequency reject, that's what I get. Another thing here is this. In order to get a good trace up here, I have to pull my 20 megahertz bandwidth limit. And right now, as I said, there's a 20 megahertz bandwidth limit there. You could see how whenever I actually stick my probe on here to test it, if I don't have the bandwidth limit pressed, it's almost 2 full divisions that each part of, you know, bottom and top peaks of the trace are taking up. Now if I press the bandwidth, it goes perfect traces. And there you see the jitter. But it's the same thing on channel 2. I'll go ahead and show that anyway, and I'm going to leave that on 20 megahertz bandwidth limit for right now. Let's go to the channel 2 test point right there, and channel 2, I have a stable trace with it on AC and normal, and it's stable in everything except low frequency reject. And then here I'll take out 20 megahertz bandwidth limit, and it's the same thing. So right there, and I'll show this as well. Same thing. So there's some specific measurements on there, basically on the logic part, that I can't do properly because I don't have an isolation transformer, and I'm too chicken to just remove the ground and have it plugged into the same source. I don't feel the electricity in this area or in this house is actually stable enough for me to do that. Plus, I know down in my panel box, the neutral and ground are both tied together, so like I said, I don't think it would be a good idea to just kill the ground on this and try and take any kind of measurements with it. So yeah, there we go. Hopefully somebody's got an idea of what the problem is here. I'm just going to continue testing it. I know it's on the trigger board, probably going to work backwards, and if I can't figure anything out on there, I'm going to jump to the vertical output amplifier and see if it's something there. So hopefully I can get this isolated and get it fixed. Alright, thank you. And yep, there we go.